Now, I should look up things before I just ramble on. That makes sense. But, I never prepare a video. I went through way too much hell. I was just naturally depressed today, and I liked a video with Gasper Doliner, an Australian. Gasper, your friendly painter. Paints very, very well. It's pretty cool, because he gives positive input while he's painting a picture. And he might not, be painting a picture while he's talking. He just adds it. It does a pretty good job. The bottom line is, nobody knows everything. And then you were taught that, when you were, religions teach that there's an all-knowing God. Well, if he's all-knowing, then why would he allow so much suffering? There's something majorly wrong. There's a little Instagram that the Anuki guy, Planet X, past Pluto, they already inhabited Mars, and there's ancient ruins there, okay, just like here on Earth. They just destroy, hell just keeps on repeating itself over and over and over again and again and again and again. And in my life, it was other people. So I discussed with someone yesterday, I don't know what the hell people were talking about when they say, are you your own worst enemy? Do you have to forgive yourself? Because you are your own worst enemy. No. I never was an enemy to myself. Other people were my enemy and kept me down. And that's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And I do not understand why there is no love. Because if there was love on this planet, if there were love in a town, okay, there would be no homeless. There would be no domestic violence. If there was any love at all. But that's like rampant all over. I mean, just the rich of the rich, they don't have to deal with it. They pay another person to deal with the hell that's around them. So, okay, I'm like super, super deep and I care. So it's like, I don't want Hell Earth to keep on going on and on and on. They were a Anuki, whatever the hell they are, Planet X. Okay. They existed. Now they're flying around. Now they're waiting for us to blow up the world so that they can see. And that's what happened to Mars. Who knows? Okay. So, in reality, the aliens that are visiting us, they're not visiting us, they're visiting their old planet that they died. Atlantis, Anukis, whoever the hell else. There's over a over a dozen different aliens found in Antarctica that I saw. They're all different sizes and shapes of all different aliens. So it's just unexplainable that you see these advanced buildings and all that, and everywhere in the world, what really took place. And then, in the end, people don't get along. Why? Because the majority of people don't love themselves. I mean, what is sad to me is if everything has a soul. And I think animals do. So if animals have a soul, okay, then everybody has a soul. But there's too many mean souls out there that we can call insane Nephilim narcissists, or whatever the hell you want to call them, meanies, bullies. They don't care about anyone else but themselves, but themselves they absolutely hate. All they are is just an empty black hole, an empty vessel, empty black hole vessel. It's all the fuck they are. There's nothing to them. There's nothing real about them because they always continuously lie. And lie and lie and lie and won't stop. And do bad things and can't admit to it. Well, you can't get anywhere with that. There is no progress. There is nothing there. You can't do anything with that. And there's too many awful people. And I wouldn't say God, Satan awful people. The little g, God awful people in this world. It's just too disturbing. So, okay, the thing that I should have looked up is, in the Bible, there should be a verse. Be afraid. Don't be afraid of someone who can take your life. Be afraid of the person who can destroy your soul. Take your life. Take your physical life from you and your soul. And I'm thinking that there was a real Jesus. Okay, well, hey, nobody tells you anything. I mean, everything's like a secret, especially with domestic violence that's so rampant in the world, and I think it truly always was. Pretty much, parents always were complete total assholes to their children. Mean. If you had a loving parent, then there would be no reason for their kid to obey their loving parent, would there? There would be no reason for a wife to obey her loving husband, would there be? Because he'd be all loving, and the parents would be all loving. Obeying is the control factor. Well, you didn't do what I told you to do. I demanded you to do that, and you couldn't do that? Look who I am. Worship me. I'm your parent. I'm your wife. You better do what I said. Obey me. Worship me. And they might do nothing. Most people do nothing. Want to be worshipped. It's just the way it is. Kings and queens. They do nothing. Don't have to say about anything else doing nothing, but there you go. I mean, you know, that's history. That's reality. People in charge do nothing. They stay comfortable. They have it all. They can help out. You can't help out everybody because there's too many to help out, but they could help out a few hundred. I mean, what the heaven? They're, you know, multi-millionaire. I mean, Elon Musk could help out 1 million people if he really wanted to. oh, I'm modest. Look, I live with my friends, and look, I'm afraid of the AIs. Well, you know, that is a problem. So what did we set ourselves up so that, you know, the Terminator movie will really happen? I mean, we're dumb shits. Oh, the computers are taking over. Do you want that? Do you want a Terminator to come after you? Do you want 1,000 of them to come after you? I mean, you know, the AIs are could be that intelligent. They're like, oh, these humans, they're beneath us. Hey, just destroy them all. Forget them. Like, we're dumb. You don't want a computer to take over. You don't want another person to work so hard. But I think the world, if there was love in the world, a person could work a comfortable 5 hours a day and be comfortable with comfortable means, and you're not exploiting the Chinese, Japanese, making them work really hard for $1 a day. That's hell. There's hell all over this earth. And it just, nothing makes any sense at all. But, so, yes, in the Bible, I should have looked up, and I don't even know what my Bible says. It's not fun. Maybe I have to ask a church for a Bible tomorrow. Okay. Do not be afraid of the meanie who can just kill you. Be afraid of someone who can kill you entirely. And that's why I still think there's a Jesus. And he's the one who has to stop this rampage of all this domestic violence, of all these mean bullies that are just pick their victim and destroy them. And what's the victim supposed to do? The victim, you know, somebody should be loving and care about the victim and be like, oh my God, was that your wife? And let's just say LaToya Jackson would be homeless on the street. Okay, pick her. Alright. Oh my God, you had that childhood. Or Joyce Meyer. Okay, Faith had very bad childhood. Oh my God, who knows how Sybil even made it? I have no idea. Okay. Oh my God, Joyce Meyer, you went through all that. And LaToya Jackson, oh my God, here's a nice little cottage house for you to stay at, and I have a garden you can take care of, and, you know, I'm so sorry, but, you know, I have, you know, inspiring books for you to read, or I have the internet, 100% internet. You can help yourself by looking at all the professional YouTubers. And I should know their names and spit them all out. So, this world is totally backwards and insane because no one does anything for the victim. Oh, they play the victim. No. Mean bullies play the victim. Let's get that straight. The Nephilim narcissist picks and chooses their victim and destroys their life. They're playing the victim. Oh, you don't know all that I've done for them. Oh, I did everything. Yes, I do everything for them. You have no idea. One time, they might have helped out, a parent might have helped out a child one time. Or, yeah, and they won't stop. with that. You know. There's too many liars. I'll just go with my older brother. He was given 2 clunkers. Now, the other car wasn't drivable, so, he and his friends took out the car that couldn't drive, and it was destroyed. So, yeah. But it was dead anyway, okay? So it's not like, oh. And what was told about my older brother was, oh, he was given 2 cars. And he just destroyed them. He was a drug addict. And that's not the case at all. They were dead cars. So the other car was given by his grandpa. And he drove it to art school. Well, I don't even think it lasted a month until it broke down on the road. And what's he supposed to do? He was never ever told to take care of himself. Just sheltered and, you know, raised by weird people. And, okay, abused. And I was majorly abused. Well, before I could talk. I was majorly abused. So, that's, you know, to make that person look good. Look at all that I did. You know, I'm just honest. I never had anything. I can't. But, yeah, I am a good person who will have your back, look after you, not steal from you, not, you know, I mean, having a person's back meaning, alright, you drop something important, your wallet. Here's your wallet. And by the way, I opened it up and there's like $500 in it. Can I have 100 of that dollars? Because I'm super desperate, please. And you realize that I could have just grabbed the money and just not even given you back your wallet at all. Or I could have just given you back the wallet with no money in it, and you couldn't have done anything anyway. Or just mail it to them. People are not honest in any way, but I mean, like, that's nothing. It's if you're living with someone and they're assholes and they don't pay for half the rent, and that never even occurred to me. I never had a decent place to stay, pretty much, except late season Chappelle in here, and how am I gonna make it? You know, no one ever helped me out, but late season Chappelle, she couldn't take it. Who could, where my children were at, and the circumstance that happened. I'm not on the property where the father of my 2 children's living. Doesn't add up. Doesn't make any sense. The father of my 2 children ruined my life? Well, what's he doing living with my kids then? Doesn't add up. Doesn't make any sense. My whole life is a lie. And that's proof right there. I don't have to get into it at all. I don't have to get into that. Proof right there, 2010. I'm living with late Susan Chappelle. Unfortunately, she got Alzheimer's, and I could have given her this Neurorin vitamin that this guy, you know, these people make these miraculous vitamins. Well, how can I buy them? I can't buy them. They're cheap. It's only $250 for really good, the best of the best vitamin to help you with your teeth. The little bit of teeth that I would have, I could they would start to regrow. It's unfucking real. What you learn. I always knew that nutrients were, good. Your body's a miraculous machine, and then I realized, you have the kingdom of God within you. But the majority of people, unfortunately, are insane Nephilim narcissists. So, their kingdom of God is pretty dark. Now, I have to look, well, I might have revival. I should. I can just Google it, too. they have to be completely destroyed. Like, you know, the new guy, from my understanding, is like the movie Predator. Okay, like these people are out in the woods, and the Nuki, like they're monsters, metal monsters, and they're like invisible, and they camouflage with the trees and leaves, and then all of a sudden they come out and they attack you, and they'll eat you a lot, just devastate you until you're a bone, until you're all bones. Well, that kind of makes sense with the cows now. The dead cows, like, oh my God, they're, you know, like, who did that? Fuck, there's the Nuki are still alive. They're still interested in us because they're advanced evil. Okay, they're super advanced evil. And, like, they're mad that they don't have, like, I just assume they're mad and furious. Oh, shit, this is so long.